Hi guys, welcome back to another Agard Moto Foundry instructional video. Today we're going to be going through the procedure for finding top dead center on the compression stroke in a 4-stroke engine. And this is a Buell centered motorcycle page, but this information I'm going to give you will apply to any of your Sportsters, Harleys, and a whole lot of other 4-stroke engines. So we're going to run through some procedures. For the Buell centered information, you're going to see some orange seals. This is a 2007 XB12X. These orange seals were notorious leakers, and they used too soft of a compound in the gaskets themselves, and they did not work pretty much outside of a few thousand miles brand new. So what we have here is with Buells, to service the engine, we need to rotate the engine down. So this is in the rotated down position. And let's just go ahead and go through some of the things. Why would you need to have the engine in the top dead center compression stroke? Well, it takes the tension or the pressure off the valve train and lets you do some other work down further into the engine, especially related to if we were going to take our cam cover off and wanting to service anything in there, we need to get the pressure off of the valve train. And the reason for that is if the push rod has pressure on it from the push rods down onto the lifters and therefore the camshafts, we can cause some problems if we don't do this. So we'll run through the procedure for finding top dead center, and then we'll probably make some other videos about here we're going to do, there's a gasket underneath here, and then there's 2 gaskets here that need to be replaced. So we'll run through that in a separate video. But what you want to do first is get the motorcycle in a position where you can rotate the rear wheel. So usually what that means is put the bike in 5th gear. So in this situation, we've removed the belt. It's in 5th gear. And then we'll go through the procedure for finding top dead center compression stroke. And we're going to show 2 different ways. I have a super handy tool that I use because I often am working alone. It is a whistle, and you screw it into the spark plug hole and it will make a noise when both valves are closed and the piston's coming up to top dead center compression. So that is kind of a handy tool, but that's not the only way you can do it. You can watch your valves opening and closing, and then you can put your finger over the spark plug hole and listen for the air to be released, and then you'll double check it with a soft tool such as a straw, and that will also work. So we're going to show you a couple different methods. I really like my little whistle, because like I said, it's very handy. So let's walk through the procedure. All right, so what we have is a tool on our engine sprocket. We're in 5th gear. And what we're going to want to watch is this is the exhaust valve and this is the intake valve. Okay, makes sense? And what we're going to want to watch for is the exhaust valve will finish its cycle. So you'll see the exhaust valve open and close, and then the intake valve will open and close, and then the piston is going to come up towards where we need it to be, top dead center compression. So when you see that, you'll know that you're getting close. Now, the first example I'm going to show you is with the whistle. So we got our exhaust valve opening and closing, and just like that, we're coming up on top dead center. And what we do at this point is we will remove our little whistle, and then we'll double check that we have the piston at the top, just to confirm. Now I'm going to run through this again to show you the complete 4 cycles of this 4-stroke engine. So what you're going to see is finishing, coming up to the top here. Just want you to be able to see it now. Our exhaust valve is opening. Our exhaust valve is closing. Our intake valve is opening. Our intake valve is closing, and we're coming back up to top dead center again. All right, we're almost there. So now we're going to go on over to the other side and show you the other method of doing this without the screw-in whistle that we have. Okay, so we moved over to the other side of the engine. Here is our whistle. I'm going to go ahead and remove it. It's just screwed in there by hand. So even though the whistle is telling us that we're close, both valves are closed and the piston's coming up to the top, we're not truly at top dead center until we can confirm it by rocking the engine towards the top. And that's where this comes in handy. Even though I have the handy dandy whistle, I still do this and put your straw straight down. And then what we would do is move the engine, rotate it slowly to make sure that we're at the very tippy top of our top dead center compression stroke. So the other method, if you do not have a little handy dandy whistle, is as you see your exhaust valve open and close and your intake valve open and close, after your intake valve closes, go ahead and with a friend or an assistant, you can put your finger over the spark plug hole, put it over tight to make a seal. The gloves definitely help. Put it over to make a seal, and then as the piston is coming up to its top dead center, you can feel the pressure, and to confirm that, you can just move your finger off of the spark plug hole a little bit, and you can feel the air escaping. Then go ahead and use your plastic straw, and you can use a zip tie too. Just make sure that it doesn't get jammed in any of the valves. Make sure that it's in there straight, just like that. And then do the same thing. Bump the motor up until we confirm we're at the top dead center, and then you can go ahead and perform your repair procedures. Now, one thing to note is you've just done top dead center compression stroke on the cylinder that you're working on. When you move to the back cylinder, you'll have to do this again to find top dead center on that cylinder. So I hope this was quick and to the point, and I hope you understand it, and I hope it made it a little bit simpler to do any work that you have to do. And we would certainly appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to our channel. It keeps us going and helps us continue to make these videos. So thank you again, and we'll see you at the next video.